Hello readers, here today to bring you the Hufflepuff Book Tag. I was inspired to do this whenever I saw Victoria at What Victoria Read do her book tag, which was the Ravenclaw book tag. Apparently there are only Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff so far, and Ravenclaw's only there because Victoria made the tag. So if you are a Gryffindor or a Slytherin and you want to make a Gryffindor or Slytherin book tag, please do that. Complete the house tags because obviously we need those too, because all of the houses are equally important and all of that. We all know Hufflepuff is the best. So I'm going to start off with the questions, and the first one is Harry Potter. Which Harry Potter book is your favorite? And for this one, I have my dear old book 7. No, I don't have the cover for this anymore. I loathed the covers in high school, the paper covers. I still loathe them because they just get in the way and they bend when you try to use them as bookmarks, and the book is always moving up or down out of the sleeve, and so I lost all of my sleeves because I took all of them off. Anyways, book 7 is definitely my favorite. I do need to reread these and rejudge as an adult. But I love the books in a series where everything comes together, where everything wraps up, where the story really just starts to all make sense. I love that. And I also really enjoyed that we weren't in Hogwarts for this book. You're seeing these relationships between the characters as they're going out into the world, as they're defeating the ultimate evil, although Umbridge really was the ultimate evil. Again, we all know this. And you get to see them, you see the group dynamics there, where they're stuck together. There is literally no place that our characters can go that is safe. They have each other and the wilderness around them where they're hiding, and that's it. And they really start to grate on each other's nerves. And for me, that was so interesting to really start to see that character dynamic, where you have no other options. You are stuck with each other, and that does things to people, and that was so interesting, and I really love this book. Yes, this is super roughed up, but that just means that this book is well loved. Next question is loyalty. Hufflepuffs are known for their undying loyalty. Name an insta-buy author. For this one, I think I'm going to go ahead with Candace Carty-Williams. She just came out with her debut novel, Queenie, which I absolutely loved. I will link my dedicated review up in the corner. I don't have this book on me right now because it is being borrowed by one of my friends, but I loved this. You have this British Jamaican main character. You're seeing how her family views mental health. You're seeing her wrestle with her previous traumas and this relationship that she was in where they're on a break, which we all know what that means. And just watching her progress through the trauma that she's dealt with, through her current falling apart of her relationship, as she comes to terms with all of this and starts to work on herself and her mental health. It was such an interesting journey that we don't really get to see, especially with Black characters, and I loved this book, and I cannot wait to see what else she has in store for us in the future. Next up, we have animals and or magical creatures. As Hufflepuffs, we tend to have a great love for animals. Name a book or series that has your favorite animal and or magical creature in it. I have 2 books for this. The first one is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, which is one of the one of the other names, anonymous names. I don't know. Anyways, it's Shannon Maguire. I don't know why I can't come up with language right now, but Mira Grant is Shannon Maguire. Shannon Maguire is Mira Grant. Anyways, Into the Drowning Deep is about evil sirens. I love a good siren and mermaid story and or mermaid story. They're not really the same thing, but whatever. I love that this one made them evil. That's not really something that we get to see a lot. Mermaids are usually either really cool or really mysterious. They're not typically evil, so that was a really interesting take. I am also about 25% into Things in Jars currently, and there is a mermaid-like creature in that book that I'm really interested to learn about. I really like what I'm seeing so far from this, and I think this is going to be the book to get me out of my current slump, which at the time of this recording, it is middle of February right now. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video. I am trying to do a lot of pre-recording in preparation for my college classes that are starting in March. So, next question, trustworthy. We Hufflepuffs are very trustworthy. However, books can also be very trustworthy. Name a series in which none of the books disappointed you. For this one, I of course have the Road to Nowhere series. Again, my dedicated review will be linked up above. None of these books disappointed me. I was so in love with this. I'm not really going to say much about this series because there is a lot to say. It has a lot going on, but basically it is a feminist dystopia, and I love how Meg Ellison really explores these different cultures and their ways with dealing with what happened to start this apocalypse and dystopian world. Absolutely love it. Loved every single book. It was amazing. Again, can't wait to see what Meg Ellison comes up with in the future too. I know she has a new book coming out in August that I'm really, really excited for. Next up, caring. Us Hufflepuffs care for others a lot, even fictional characters. Name a book and or series whose main character has a special place in your heart. So I am not someone to really answer a bunch of character questions. I don't get crushes on fictional characters. I don't tend to feel super connected to fictional characters. But if I had to come up with an answer for this, I would go with Mina from Dracula. Yes, this book has its issues. It's not particularly feminist, like, at all. But I still think that the female characters were really well done in this book, particularly Mina. She is just a really loving wife. She's interested in what's going on in everyone's lives, and all she wants to do is help them do the things. And the guys are like, no, you're a woman, you're weak, you should lay down and take care of yourself. But she's like, no, use me, involve me, I can help you. And I really loved seeing that. I think she's a really strong female character. Loved it. Also, me being me, of course, I would find a way to include Dracula in this video. If you don't already know about my Dracula obsession, link up there. Next question is kindness. Hufflepuffs always strive to be kind to others, no matter who they are. Name a book and or series that you love despite its flaws and imperfections. For this, I have the Mistborn series. I am not holding up this entire series because I have them all on hardcover and I am not that strong. Not that this book really had all that many flaws. For me, the imperfections were in book 3 just because it was really, really slow, and it was still interesting and I still liked where it went and I loved the ending. I just wish that it would have been a faster read, and I think there are some chapters in book 3 that could have been cut. But anyways, I loved this book series. I just recently finished it. It's the first series to really get me interested in fantasy since, like, junior high. So, love where this series went. Last question is patience. Patience. Hufflepuffs tend to be very patient, and that's a useful trait when reading slow-paced books. Ha! I am a Hufflepuff. I am very much a Hufflepuff, but I am also one of the most impatient people that you will probably ever know in your lives. I cannot wait for anything. The second I get an idea, I take off with it, and I wait for no one. Everyone in my life knows this and loves me in spite of it. Yes, patience is a virtue, and it's a virtue that I do not have. Anyways, on to the actual question. Name a book that you struggled to get through, but stuck it through until the end. I am not going to name a specific book for this. At the point that I am posting this, it will probably be after my February wrap-up, so I will just link my February wrap-up up in the corner, because most of the books that I have read at this halfway point in February, I stuck it through until the end. And I kind of wish that I didn't. But I did, and by the time this video is up, there's going to be a video for that. So check that out. That is it for me. Again, if you're a Gryffindor or a Slytherin, come up with a book tag and some book tag questions because we don't have all of the houses yet. Thank you to Victoria from What Victoria Read for coming up with the Ravenclaw book tag, and the original creator of this Hufflepuff book tag I will link down below because I don't remember their name, but I can find the video. So please like, subscribe, be my friend on social media, particularly if you're a Hufflepuff. You can also be my enemy if you don't like the fact that Hufflepuff is the best house, because I also welcome some enemies on my Twitter. So that is it for me. I post every Wednesday, Sunday, and I hope to see all of you in my next video. Bye, friends.